We are here signing HB 21-1056. I want to thank Representative Pelton and Senator Hansen for their work. This bill will help the Colorado Department of Transportation maintain their existing infrastructure. That means our roads and bridges more efficiently by lowering the cap cost amount for maintenance projects so we can more affordably make the needed repairs to recovery. It helps our taxpayer money go further to keep our roads in good shape. And we have the Colorado Department of Transportation Executive Director Shoshana Liu with us to talk a little bit about this bill.
Sure. Well, I just want to say a big thank you to the sponsors for carrying this really important change. This is something CDOT has wanted for a long time. It will enable our maintenance division to do somewhat bigger projects, which effectively means that they can do more pothole filling, more simple road repairs, and more rockfall mitigation and those types of things. And I also want to just make a thanks to the contractors who worked with us to negotiate the specifics of this bill. Really great news for keeping our roads safe and functional. Thank you.
Great. Representative Pelton.
Thank you, Governor. I think this bill will be really good for my district where my counties are along the border, long ways from the big contractors in the city. It's hard to get contractors out there to do these smaller projects, so this is great to have this limit raised and get more overlays and projects done down on the border.
Senator Hansen.
Thank you, Governor. This is a great modernization kind of update bill. This hadn't been adjusted in about, I think, 3 decades. So it was past due, and I'm glad to get this done today.
Great. Let's sign the bill and we'll make it the law. How about that?
That'll work.
It's official. Congratulations, Senator. Representative. Thank you. This bill is HB 21-1186. Representative Gray, Representative Sullivan, Senator Winter, Senator Bridges. Thank you to the sponsors. This bill is the result of, we have members of our RTD Accountability Board here too. This is the first tangible result from a process that we put in motion along with Senator Winters, Representative Gray, the legislature, the executive branch said, we know that RTD has some needed reforms to be more efficient. This certainly isn't the end, but it's a good start because it extends new contract opportunities for nonprofits and local governments. It repeals a very arbitrary fare box recovery ratio that hamstrung RTD. It also makes it easier to be able to deploy some of the places that are now used as parking if they're not used for other purposes, and it gets rid of a limitation on how they manage parking at RTD facilities. And so I appreciate RTD's willing engagement with the process. This RTD Accountability Committee is staffed at RTD. We look forward to many more recommendations. I'm glad they were able to get some recommendations out early and that were able to be acted on by this legislature. So RTD and transit are a critical part of the Colorado comeback. We in Colorado need to build a 21st century transit system. There's other bills in the legislature relating to some of the exciting projects in that area. And I'm proud to turn it over to Representative Matt Gray.
Well, thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, everyone who's been a part of this. There have been a lot of questions about RTD. There's been some controversy, but when we started this conversation, this dialogue, everybody has come together to cooperate to say, how can we be positive, how can we be future looking, and how can we solve problems instead of just having complaints about what we're doing. And so a lot of the folks who are standing here today have been a huge part of that to instead, because being angry doesn't make anybody's transit any better. Actually accomplishing things does, and this group has already both internally and through the legislature accomplished a lot. So thank you so much.
And we have Senator Winter.
Thank you, and thank you, Governor, for signing this bill today. RTD is essential to our quality of life in the Denver metro area. It's how seniors get to their doctor's appointments. It's how students get to community college. It's how people get to their jobs. And making sure they can operate efficiently and serve the people of the metro area well is extremely important. And I would say I'm very happy to sponsor this bill with Representative Sullivan because I think at the legislature, him and I ride our RTD the most and want to make sure that it's working.
Representative Sullivan.
Yeah, thank you, Governor. And yes, as a daily consumer of RTD, I have been seeing the changes since the beginning of the session to today, and I will be in the seats watching everything that's happening from here on out. Also be able to be using it with my discounted My Ride pass because of my birthday last week. I'm getting to ride it on half price, so thank you so much for that.
Great. And Senator Bridges.
Thank you. And I am on this bill because my dad, who is here, was on this committee. And every time we got together for dinner, the only thing he would talk about was what's in this bill. So I'm looking forward to having family dinners again after this. But really, the better we make RTD, the more people we get riding on RTD. It's not only good for the people that are on RTD. It's not only good for the people that are riding mass transit. Every person on RTD is one fewer person on the road. And so it means that even for those of us who choose to continue driving in cars, which is me, that it is a better experience on the roads because we have more people not on the roads because we have a more effective RTD. So very proud to sponsor this bill, both for the folks on RTD and for the folks still on the roads.
And these are some very important first steps that will help RTD really remove some constraints on them for being able to have their efforts succeed. So I'm very excited with this solid work. I know there's a lot more undergoing work that the committee is looking at, and I'm excited to sign this bill to get the RTD reform efforts off to a good start. It's official. It's the law of Colorado. Congratulations. Congratulations and congratulations.